Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we've got a race recap of the Chasing Tour series, one of the spring classics, the Chasing Dwars. I've probably said that wrong, so apologies. And I've got a topic of conversation today after riding this one. Now, this course is Three Little Sisters, and in my opinion, this course is the toughest course under 1 hour in Zwift. And I'm going to explain exactly why that is in just a short while. But let me talk to you about the start of this race. So this is an all category start here. And yeah, my main aim once again was just to stay with the front group for as long as possible, finish as high up in category C as I possibly can. As I said before, they use different categories for the chasing series. So rather than a B, I'm in C for this one, which is absolutely fine. I just want to finish up as high up as I possibly can do. I think probably 6th or 7th position is my best finish in one of these so far. So looking to finish higher than that. Now, so why is this course, in my opinion, the toughest under an hour? Well, as you can see there, we've just come up the Zwift KOM literally within 5 minutes of starting this race. And as it was a mass category start, I'm already completely knackered. Now, I've been saving myself in the last couple of races and not going all out because I've been thinking about obviously what's to come later on in this race. But I literally gave it everything I could up that first Zwift KOM. Obviously without, stopping as such. So I didn't want to completely stop. But I don't think I could have done much better there, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's an absolutely brutal start. And I was feeling pretty rubbish already. And I do get a little bit of a rest here. But it's a fun course. It's definitely a fun course. I mean, what do you think? But one of the things with this course is there's so many little just kind of punchy climbs one after the other, and it really doesn't give you much time to kind of recover, I think. So we've just done the Zwift KOM. I don't like a start like that. I don't like a really, really fast start and a kind of a 5-minute effort off the back or off the start of the race. But we have that obviously little climb, and then we go straight into, as coming up here, Titan's Grove. Not sure if this is the reverse or forward. It's the way that I don't like. I mean, I'm not a massive fan of Titans anyway. It's very, as I say, it's very rolly, as you can see. But it's just, once again, kind of a long, drawn-out climb. I kind of like a consistent incline. So if I'm going to go up a hill, give me a 15-minute climb any day, rather than this kind of up and down, up and down, up and down, and then this final little up bit. And I was struggling here. I was really struggling to hold on to this group, I was kind of annoyed about, because this is basically the main C pack, and I really shouldn't be getting dropped from this group ever. So it says a little bit about my fitness and where I am at the moment compared to where I have been recently. Now, obviously, I did the Flamme Rouge Racing kind of tour, Watopia, a little while back. I didn't do any of the kind of most recent FRR tour because I just wasn't in a good place, kind of, my legs didn't feel great, and I had a few things on outside of work, so I couldn't commit to the full tour itself. So I've been doing a bit of the Chase and Racing series, which I've thoroughly enjoyed. But yeah, my fitness has just kind of decreased a little bit because I've been doing a few races. I've not really been doing any of my threshold efforts. So it shouldn't be really a surprise to me that this was tough at this part of the race. Now, thankfully, I have managed to stay with this group over the top of Titans, and we're on our way back down now. But another interesting point about this course is we're pretty much, straight away going into heading over to the volcano. Now, the volcano is between a 7, 8, 9 minute effort. So it's definitely the longest of the three, but it's the short amount of time that I get to recover kind of after this. It's very frantic, and it's just, you got a little bit of an incline here, and I was actually struggling at this point just to hold on the flats. So mentally, I'm kind of preparing myself for the inevitable drop up the volcano, which would have been so disappointing to drop at that point, because I shouldn't be dropping from this kind of group ever. Even, as I say, even with my fitness levels, that's, for me, I would have been, you know, super disappointed. But here we go then. I'm not really going to be looking, or I wasn't looking at my watts throughout this little climb here. I just decided to kind of stay, you know, and look at the person in front rather than the watts, and just try and put, you know, more on the pedals if and as and when I needed to. So I'm doing a pretty good job drafting here up this part of the climb. Although I am feeling horrible. My heart rate is, I don't know, reasonably high. It's kind of just touching the late 160s, early 170s, and yeah, I'm just hanging on here, and it's just brutal. This course is absolutely brutal. As I said, for me, there was just not enough time to recover, and because I've been doing the longer races recently, kind of the over 1 hours, I normally come into my own in those races just over the hour mark. So I didn't really fuel as well as I have been, I have to admit. And some of you were pleased to hear after lots of recommendations for warming up tactics and what to do, that I didn't really have any sort of a warm-up. So apologies for that, and I definitely am going to my next race. I just time pushed to get on and race this one, but yeah, that obviously didn't help. So, you know, I'm still doing over 300 watts and still feeling dreadful. In my head, I was kind of just counting down the kind of time to completion on this one, and just urging myself to stay with this group. At this point, I definitely could have dropped, but I'm just kind of doing a pretty good job of holding on here. So what other courses are there out there that's what you think that's tougher than this one for something that's under an hour? This one is not something that I've raced that often, but I was super. I mean, it was a good race. I was really happy to race it, but it was just super tough for me. I think some of the kind of Richmond courses, they're also kind of punchy as well, and they've got some of them a bit of a punch at the start, which I also struggle with. But yeah, this one for me is definitely, in my opinion, the toughest course under 1 hour. Now, obviously, there are going to be some different ones over an hour, but yeah, for me, this one under an hour, no thank you. Anyway, we are now getting a little bit of rest, finally coming back down the volcano, which was exciting, and now I'm just preparing myself for the final little burst, the final little sprint with 2.2 miles to go. A couple of people just tried to get off the front there, but I'm not having any of that, and my legs were kind of screaming at me to stop chasing them back, because normally, well, as you can see, the pack just would come back together anyway. So that was a bit of a bad move tactically for me there. Anyway, we're just coming up to the final couple of turns just before the last straight, and I'm thinking I'm going to finish in 84th position here in my group, because I really haven't got anything. But I had a chat with myself, and I said, no, you can do this. You can get past some of these people, not all of them, but just give it your everything. And I actually did all right. I wasn't kind of sat up on the bike, or I stood up on the bike, or I sat down. And as you can see, I actually finished in 9th position. So after all that moaning, not too bad at all. There are some really strong competitors in this one as well. So yeah, as you can see here, we've got the overall kind of classic series. Now, I am not as high as I'd like to be, because I did miss one of them out, but that's okay. I'm still there. As you can see, that's my kind of overall result. So happy with the overall position. Absolutely tough course. Enjoying this chase and racing series thoroughly. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.